Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm sure you're on this page because you are wondering, who is this guy? Why is he yapping on about systemizing businesses, and what does he even know about systemizing businesses? That's exactly what we're here to go through. My name is Jake, and for the past 10 years, I've run a trade business of my own, including going into other trade businesses and building out all of these systems. So you know that this is not some kid giving half his attention to Fortnite and half his attention to your business. This is tried, tested, proven systems that literally work to this day inside my own and multiple businesses. I have put my money where my mouth is and done all of my testing and learning inside of my own business with my own risk and my own money. I started out much like you. I was an apprentice, and then I became an A-grade electrician, and very soon after I went and started my own business because that's exactly what I wanted to do. Be my own boss, work my own hours, have my own toys, have my own freedom. But that was short-lived when I realized I'm really good at doing the work. That's what I've been practicing, that's what I've been learning, but I have no idea about business. Now at this point, I was just a local country electrician in a small town just outside of Geelong, and naturally that kept me very closed in. There wasn't that much work, there wasn't that much opportunity, and I ended up contracting and subcontracting out for all of my work with air conditioning companies, my old boss. So I just ended up back in another 9 to 5, and I hated that. I didn't know how to get out of it, so I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna start a Facebook page. So I started a Facebook page and a little Instagram page, and I was posting on those, and not much was happening. Then I started boosting posts a little bit, putting a little bit of money behind it. I got a couple of jobs here and there, put business cards out, got my van wrapped, you know, all the normal stuff. It was soon after that I decided to move a little closer to the city so that I could get more jobs, get more work, make more money. Plus a couple of other little life things like breaking up with my fiance at the time, you know, just average stuff. And at that point, I still knew nothing else. So I ended up reaching out to real estates to no avail. I ended up contracting still. I ended up doing those government light globe changeover things, but I wanted more. So then I thought, you know what, I'm gonna advertise. I'm gonna do it. So I started putting money in advertising, and that was a mess. Oh my, that was a mess. I had no idea what I was doing. I was burning cash. Nothing was coming back in. But what I did know was that people were starting to recognize my name. People were starting to see my brand. So I was starting to build a little bit of traction. Now this was stressful because I was spending so much more money than I was making because I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to build websites. I didn't know how to actually run ads. I didn't know how to do copywriting. I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. So we spent the next 5 years on a deep dive into marketing, advertising, branding, tech, automations, everything. And that was a journey. We did human psychology. We did researching things like the buttons and the colors that Apple and Google and Amazon used to get more conversions and get more clicks. And naturally, this started leading into a lot more jobs. But then I became very overwhelmed because I had to quote all of those jobs. I was doing random jobs. I was going to the wholesalers, trying to figure out different things while trying to do all of those jobs and talk to my other customers and finish off it. It was a mess. As you probably already know, you may have experienced this before. So then I thought, all right, if I can automate all of this, I can automate quoting. How can I do that? So I decided one service. That's all I sell, just one service. And I picked TV wall mounting. That allowed me to have a few different packages. It allowed me to advertise just one thing, and it allowed me to package it up using the variables that we all know: tin roof, tile roof, plaster wall, brick wall, all of that common stuff. They all added different prices, and I knew my base price. So then I thought, if I have my nice forms, we can just add things on. If you want to learn about that, go up to the forms, you'll see. So now we have this beautiful system where customers come in, their experience is amazing, they quote themselves, and I was like, all right, cool. Now I need someone to do the work. So then we hired contractors, got the work handled, and I just focused on all of the automation and all of the business. Soon after that, I started reaching out to friends who I knew were in the trade industry, and I started building this out into their businesses, and obviously they loved it. It's a game changer. So now I've decided to put all of my effort into helping, teaching and guiding and building this out one-on-one with other trade businesses because it has been my passion. It has changed my life. It has changed my friends' lives. And I also believe that marketing agencies really screw us over. They really take advantage of tradies, thinking that we don't actually know as much as we know. They give us cookie cutter websites that don't do too much. They give us average advertising that does nothing. And they're happy to waste our money because they think that, you know, we're money bags. That's what we do. We make money. We're tradies. That's far from the case. And we are human beings. We deserve the absolute best. So I am here now to give you the absolute best regardless of your situation, regardless of what level you're at, if you are trying to make your first 10,000 or if you're trying to go to 100,000 a month plus, I'm here to help. This is exactly what I do. This is exactly what I've spent my life doing, and now I want to do it with you. So that sounded a little funny, but I want to do it with you. So what you'll find around this site, up the top, you can actually go through all of the things individually that we break down. Websites, marketing, advertising, forms, automations, all of it you can see individually. If individual pieces fit into your business, then reach out and we can have that sorted. If you want the whole system built into your business, reach out. I'll work one-on-one with you and we can make this thing happen. And if you are someone who would like to learn this for yourself, head up and I will teach you everything. We have a community where there are tradies learning how to do this every single day, because it is now my mission to make trade absolutely amazing and accessible and give you the lifestyle that you knew you could have when you first went out on your own. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will see you around the website, wherever you end up. Good luck with your trade business.